We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fantasy. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, Aromas. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to Reanimation Scheme. My brain kind of went because I tried to call work back. Work phone constantly busy. They are never picking up. So I had to text one of my coworkers in the group chat to see if any of them were working today. Luckily, one of them was working today, so she had contacted the manager for me and just basically texted me, oh, I'm not going into work. They didn't call for me to come in. They were just saying if I can come in earlier the next day, which is tomorrow. I had a schedule 10 to 3:30 shift, but they want me to come in at 6 a.m. instead. So I'm 6 a.m. But I get to leave at 11:30. So it's only a 5.5-hour shift, which I'm Gucci with. I love morning shifts, so I'm not too mad. I'm Gucci. Now I can relax and not be like anxiety of what was work calling me for. But anyway, we are here inside of the headquarters.
Finally.
We're here. It didn't take that long, did it? It felt like a century to me. My eyes squinted and half blinded by the tears from yawning. I take a moment to recover before sweeping my gaze around the room full of people, my ears buzzing from the sound of the crowds chattering. I shuffle to the back of the room as far away from the commotion as possible. Ziana, this place is a lot busier than I remember. Sebastian slides me a sideways look that tells me he's holding back a sarcastic remark since he can't speak out loudly in public.
Yes.
I haven't seen this much activity in the headquarters for a long time as well, but it's quite amazing to see all the death mages and the Nalansure gather in one place because of the summons. Amazing. More like horrifyingly annoying, but seeing Aldrius's glittering eyes, I end up keeping that comment to myself.
Well...
What are we supposed to do next?
Oh.
Right, sorry, I almost forgot. I think you need to go to speak to someone at the front desk and ask for the keys to your assigned room after logging your time for arrival, or of arrival. Ziana, what a pain.
Sorry.
Oh my god, his hair is all tied up. It's so cute. It's so cute. Was it always like that? I don't know. Unfortunately, those are the rules. I guess they have to keep track of who's staying at the headquarters and in which room. I eyed the small queue at the reception desk. At least it's not long. Receptionist desk. The corner of my eye twitching. How long is this going to take?
I mean...
It should be done quickly, at least, I think. It's a very simple process, after all. Sebastian floats closer on his book, flicking his tail to get our attention. Oh, so cute!
Sebastian.
I don't speak cat, you know. Sebastian rolls his green eyes at me and drifts away on his book. Aldrius touches his chin concerned.
Bash.
Wait, where are you going? Michiko, what was he trying to say? Where did he go? He probably is telling us he's going to investigate. I shrugged, not quite sharing Aldrius's concern. Sebastian can take care of himself. I don't know, probably just letting me know he's going off to explore the headquarters. Exactly what I said. You know how curious he is.
Oh no.
Will he be alright alone in these unfamiliar surroundings? He's a grown man who's older than both of us combined by many times. Of course he will be. But I know better than to say that out loud here.
Yes.
Of course, he just leaves me to fend for myself in troublesome situations.
I guess.
Sighing, I make my way over to the front desk, dragging my feet. Aldrius follows after me, and I glance at him with a teasing smirk.
Oh.
You're coming with me. Aren't you wasting precious time that could be spent in the library? Or has the librarian finally set up a spell on the door to keep you out so you would stop taking half the library home every time?
I mean...
I'm not that bad, am I? No, you're not. You're rather, like, actually cute. I fused rather and actually together and came up with rationally. What the hell? You most definitely are, Aldi. Aldrius chuckles in sheepishness, but then his eyes widen as he gives a loud intake of breath.
Oh no. Aldrius?
What's wrong? Panic creeps onto his face and he bites his lip, shifting his weight back and forth. I just remembered that a batch of library books were due yesterday. I forgot to return them. Do you need to make a quick trip to Isofer, and grab them from your house? Aldrius throws his backpack on the floor and begins digging through it. A moment later, he lets out a sigh of relief.
Oh.
I do have them here. I guess I brought them along because I thought they might be useful. Aldrius grabs his bag, hugging it to his chest as he straightens to his full height.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for reminding me. I'll be back as soon as I return them to the library. He starts sprinting in the direction of the library, weaving his way nimbly through the crowd. I can't help but shake my head with a low laugh.
Well,
Guess I have to do this alone. Shuffling forward to join the queue, I let my heavy bags fall on the ground with a loud thud. I suppress a small yawn as I wait for my turn. Minutes pass, my patience trickles away with every tick of the clock. Finally, the person in front of me leaves, and I move up to the front desk, and the death mage behind the desk looks up at me with a clearly forced chipper expression. Good morning, how may I be of assistance?
right.
I'm a death mage registered with the Imperial Necromancy Authority. I received a letter summoning me to the headquarters, and I rushed here as quickly as I could. Yes, that's true. May I have a look at your identification amulet? Digging into my pockets, I find the item and toss it at her. Toss it? You fucking rude. She inspects it for a moment and nods, handing it back to me. Yes, I see. Michiko Talisco, Reanimator. Please write your name and the current day and time here. She pushes the pile of parchment on the desk towards me and points to an empty space on the page at the top. Picking up the quill lying on the desk, I do as she asks. She takes a piece of paper from me and glances at it briefly. Hold on, my coworker's like spamming me. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm texting my coworker. We're stuck in the same predicament about vacation and everything. But anyway, picking up the quill lying on the desk, I do as she asks. She takes a piece of paper from me and glances at it briefly. Thank you very much. Please keep in mind that there will be a meeting in the council room in less than half an hour. Have a good day. She smiles, bowing her head and busying herself with the book in her hands, but I ignore her cue for me to leave.
Wait.
What about my room? The letter said I would be given a guest room at the headquarters to stay in. Yes, that's true. Unfortunately, we have no more guest rooms available at the headquarters, so you had to find other accommodations in the capital.
What?
Which is what? What? Xeon, are you serious? Yes, I'm very sorry, but it's true. I'm afraid you arrived too late. All the guest rooms have been assigned to other mages already. Do you have family or friends in the capital that you could stay with? If not, may I suggest a Rickety Raccoon? It's quite an affordable inn, only 2 gold pieces a night. Oh, so the authority summons me here against my will, promising to provide a place to stay. And now I'm expected to pay for room at an inn myself, that's not right. 2 gold pieces a night, especially when I don't even know how long I would be kept here at the capital? Am I expected to spend all my savings just to get a roof above my head? I suck in a deep breath to suppress my annoyance, then try to speak in a voice as calm as I can manage. I don't know how long I've been texting my coworker, so I'm just gonna add 5 minutes to this. Where is Cavados? Or 5 minutes to the 15, because I honestly don't know how long I was texting. Where is Cavados? I want to speak to him. The chief commander. I'm very sorry, but I don't know where he is. He's extremely busy. There's much work to be done, you see. Fine. Besides Cavados, is there anyone I can speak to about this? Is something the matter? Oh my god, are you a potential? Oh my god, you are the potential! I turn to see a well-dressed man striding toward us, his commanding presence drawing many eyes in the room. His face is an expressionless mask, but from his icy tone, one can gather he's not pleased. Lord Waven, good morning, my lord. Lord Waven, who is this, and why is he interrupting our business?
Yes?
I mean, the word lord is not scaring you? He arches an eyebrow at the mage, the iciness rolling off him in such waves that I'm surprised the temperature in the room hasn't plummeted. My lord, it is but a small issue. Miss Talisco here just arrived after receiving the summons, but all the guest rooms in the headquarters are already occupied. She doesn't seem very happy about that fact, so...
Yes.
I'm certainly not happy about this. I have no idea who this Lord Waven is, but if he's being referred to as Lord, and this mage is reporting the situation to him, he must be someone in charge. Maybe he can sort out this ridiculous problem for me. So I flash him a polite smile and pull out the crumpled letter from my pocket, offering it to him.
Lord Waven.
I'm sorry if I'm bothering, but you see, the authority promised in the letter that I would be given a room at the headquarters. I don't think it's reasonable to expect me to find a place in the capital myself on such short notice. Tipping his head slightly, Lord Waven doesn't take the letter from me and directs his gaze at the parchment lying on the desk, where I had written my name and time of arrival. I thought I could hear him mutter my name under my breath. I'm assuming my name under his breath, but his voice so low that I can't be sure if I heard him right. I give him a questioning glance, and he looks up to meet my eyes. You arrived quite late. I frown. I don't think I'll like where he's going with this, but as I stare at him, waiting for him to continue, he doesn't utter another word. It takes me a minute to realize that statement of fact really is all he intended to say.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't notice the letter from the authority until late last night. Surprisingly, Lord Raven doesn't pursue the matter anymore and turns his attention to the mage instead. How many mages have been left without rooms? Please give me a moment, my lord. The mage begins flipping furiously through a letter-bound book, her mouth forming the shape of various numbers as she silently counts. Just short of 100 so far, my lord, including Miss Talisko over here. Strangely enough, it makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one who has been left to fend for myself in the capital after being forced to come here. Lord Waven raises an eyebrow again, his arm folding across his chest.
Oh.
Where are they now? Most arrived last night, and when they were told there were no more rooms available at the headquarters, they left for one of the inns or a friend's house in the capital. Utterly unacceptable. The mage looks as though she has been caught by an unexpected freezing spell, and she bites her lower lip. My lord, I'm very sorry, but there's no other choice.
I disagree.
Oh, he's quite kind, actually. But my lord, there aren't enough guest rooms in the headquarters.
No.
There are enough for those who need them. I'm very sorry, my lord, but I don't understand. Lord Waven sighs, a sound full of impatience and a hint of annoyance before speaking in a clipped tone. Call for the ones who normally reside in the capital. I frown. What does he mean by that? Repeating his words in my head, it takes me a minute to understand Lord Wave's intentions. Does he mean that the capital mages should turn in their room keys so that others like me would have a place to stay in the headquarters? Did he have to say in such a cryptic manner? It wouldn't kill him to elaborate just a bit further. Unfortunately, it appears that the mage next to me is still in the dark. She tugs on a stray strand of hair, looking thoroughly confused. What? Lord Waven sighs but still makes no move to explain. Now that I think about it, I haven't heard him say more than 10 words at a time since he appeared. Does he not realize that a telepathy spell has yet to be discovered? How does he expect people to understand what he means when he uses as few words as possible? Hiding a scowl, I have no choice but to step in and explain to the mage instead. I believe Lord Waven means that you can free up some guest rooms, since there are many mages who already live in the capital and don't need to stay in the headquarters rooms. The mage glances at Lord Waven for confirmation, who gives a terse nod.
Understood.
Yes, I'll do as you say immediately. She titters, her hands fluttering about nervously as she looks at everywhere but him. Then she practically buries her head between the pages of the books, shrinking behind the desk as much as possible. It doesn't take a genius to tell that the poor mage is terrified by the presence of Lord Waven, who is still standing beside us for some unknown reason. Over Lord Waven's shoulder, I notice Aldrius, ambling a few feet away, having returned from his trip to the library at some point. He casts an anxious look in our direction, and I wave him over. He hesitates before obliging and approaches us.
Lord Waven.
Oh wow, you're taller than him! Good morning, Lord Waven. Lord Waven tips his head in acknowledgement and returns to the greeting.
Mr. Veray.
Oh, so your name is Aldrius Veray? Cute. Wait, Lord Waven actually knows Aldrius' name. Are they familiar with each other? Then again, I suppose Aldrius should be infamous among those at the authority by now, considering how often he bothers them with his submissions of proposals on how to improve the career and welfare system for mages, among other things. Michiku, is everything alright? Yes, of course. It's just that the headquarters ran out of available guest rooms. So Lord Waven was helping me sort it out. As soon as I speak, Lord Waven turns his attention back to me, regarding me with a cool stare.
Miss Talisko?
Talisko, okay. Is that all you need, Miss Talisko?
Yes.
Thank you, my lord. Lord Waven nods, then turns on his heels and walks away. I let out a breath that I didn't realize I was holding as soon as he disappears around the corner and rub my arms, feeling the goosebumps that have risen on my skin. Sienna, is that man made of ice? It's impressive how I can nearly feel the frost dripping from every word out of his mouth. Well, at least he helped me figure out this problem. Usually Lord Waven would be my type of aesthetic guy, but strangely enough, in this game, I'm still into Aldrius. So, I mean, they're technically both my favorite. Like, the dark, mysterious, cold kind of, like, atmosphere is Lord Waven. But then the childhood friend is, Aldrius here. And those two are my jam. Who is that Lord Waven? Why does he have an air about him like he owns the headquarters? Aldrius's lip curve into a smile, amused smile.
I mean...
That may be because he... as good as he does. Wait, he may be because that may be because he, I don't know.
Wait.
Really, that can't be true, no?
I guess...
I might have exaggerated slightly, but he is quite powerful. That's Kyridan Waven? Lord Waven, son of the Marquis Marquez of Trey Flynn. He's a highly ranked commander at the Imperial Magic Authority and one of the most skilled ice mages in Nallinshire? I'm quite surprised that you've already had the fortunate opportunity to meet him.
Wrong.
More like unfortunate opportunity. I whisper in a low enough voice to make sure Aldris is the only one who can hear my words.
Look here.
I was an inch away from being frozen into icicles just from talking to him. Michiko. He shakes his head in exasperation, but before he can reprimand me for my something, the mage at the front desk interrupts. Miss Telescope.
Yes.
Do you have my room ready yet? I'm very sorry, but can you wait here for a while? Even though Lord Waven kindly provided a solution, I need some time to find mages who live in the capital and ask them to give up their assigned rooms.
What?
Can't you just check the registry of death mages to find those who work in the capital and then call them to come to the front desk? Yes, I can do the first part, but I don't have the means or authority to contact them with mirrors. I need to ask my superior to do so. Really? She doesn't catch the frustrated sarcasm in my voice, and she nods, answering seriously. Yes, Cirilla, I'm very sorry. Please wait. She takes her leave with haste. Aldrius takes one look at my stormy face before offering his comfort with hesitance. I'm sure it won't take that long. Take too long. Yes, that's what you said earlier, and look what time it is now.
I'm sorry.
Are you going to keep waiting?
Well...
What else can I do? I need to get a room at the headquarters. I'm not paying 2 gold pieces a night at an inn. I don't even know how much money I have. If it helps at all, I'll keep you company. Aldris offers me a smile, which I return half-heartedly. I sigh and lean back against the front desk, preparing myself for a long wait. Oh, there's the last potential girl. A flash of color enters my line of sight, and I blink in surprise at the familiar smiling face that has suddenly appeared right before me.
Oh!
Michiko, Audie, there you are. You're finally here. Lyrissa?
Rissa!
Oh, so you shortened her name. Hey, Rissa. Aldrius echoes my greeting with a smile.
Hi!
I'm so glad you're finally here. Do you have any idea how late the 2 of you are? I think the last death mage, well, the last one besides you guys, already arrived last night.
Sorry.
Were you waiting for us? I actually already came to the headquarters early in the morning yesterday. I just left again after that.
Yes.
Yeah, because he had to come fetch me. I didn't see the letter from the Necromancy Authority. Lyrissa stares at me for a moment before letting out a small giggle. Okay, that does sound like you. I'm not surprised. I lift my shoulders in a shrug, unapologetic. They should have sent a communication request through a mirror, not a letter that I may or may not discover sitting on my doorstep for a few days. Well, I'm surprised to see you here. Since when did you become a death mage?
Oh!
You don't know? You haven't looked at the Nallinshire Crier today. I give her a pointed look. Does she have to ask? When do I ever read the newspaper? She looks around her before leaning in closer, muttering in a hushed tone.
You know.
The Necromancy Authority tried to keep the news of the situation with the spirits contained within the death mage community, right? That was a mouthful, sorry. Well, somehow it was still leaked. It was reported in the crier this morning, and it's already causing panic among the people. I mean, at least the people know now. Seems like what Aldrius feared would happen has already come true. And suddenly the undercurrent of unease that you can vaguely sense running through the crowd makes a lot more sense. My eyes start to Aldrius's figure next to me. As expected, he stiffens and worry crosses his face. I thought he would interrupt and ask Lyrissa for more details about the situation, but he bites his lip and stays quiet. His gaze darts all over the place, looking for something, a copy of today's crier mate, perhaps. Sorry, not maybe. I heard the king is furious and extremely concerned about this crisis, so the chief commander of the Imperial Magic Authority ordered the chief of each branch to send a few more representatives over in case they can be of assistance. So of course I offered to come along as one of the Life Mage representatives. This is much more exciting than following Quinera? What the hell? Winera? Maybe the Q is silent? Winera around? Trying to protect her from non-existent threats. Humming a cheerful melody, she makes a little twirl in place, the bottom of her dress flaring out around her with grace. How do I look? Fitting of an important representative?
Yes.
Shockingly, yes.
Thanks.
I'll pretend I didn't hear the first word. Thanks. You two look very nice as... Lyrissa's voice trails off as she eyes my outfit. Then it looks at Aldrius before turning back to me in bewilderment. Hey Hang on, Michiko. What are you wearing? Even Aldi remembered to dress nicely.
Look here.
I did remember. It wasn't my fault I wasn't allowed to, I tell you. I instinctively turned to stare daggers at the cat who's to blame for our hurried departure this morning. But when I find nothing but thin air, I'm belatedly reminded of the fact that Sebastian has wandered off. Sure. What do you mean? I think I look nice. Sweeping my gaze around the room, I suddenly feel extremely underdressed compared to the crowd of mages in their best suits and gowns. Giving a small awkward cough, I try to divert her attention away from how I'm dressed. Well, I'm shocked that your mother trusts you to represent the Animancy Authority in the first place.
Ouch.
Why wouldn't she? Okay, I mean, you're right. It did take some persuading, but I have many friends among the death mages, which helped my case. And it seems like she thought it'd be fine since she'll be here to keep an eye on me as well. Lyrissa makes a small face to indicate just how thrilled she is about the idea, and I smirk without sympathy. It sounds like great fun indeed. Not really, if your mom's watching you all the time. Lyrissa lets out a gasp of mock outrage before turning to Audreus? Fuck, I forgot his name already. Audreus? With a suppressed smile.
Aldi?
Are you not going to come to my aid, Aldi? No, he's my aid. There's no response, and I glance to the side to see Audreus glazing blankly at the opposite end of the room, clearly lost in thought. He really looks like he's lost. You guys can slightly see the lostness. Oh my god, I'm way over time. Pretty sure I've been over time for the longest. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
touch it, touch it, touch it.